subhanahu wa ta'ala. Who is the one who knows everything about the heavens and the earth? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Who is the most wise? Allah. Who is the most just? Allah. Isn't that very obvious? It is obvious. How? Through the creation that is around us. For example, if you look at how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made our bodies, that we need food, and He has provided that food for us in so many different ways. Water, liquid in so many different fruits and vegetables that we eat. If you look at how the water cycle is, how the rain comes in, how the plants grow out. Isn't that amazing? Doesn't that show justice and balance and knowledge? That every creature on the earth, there is means of life for it in this earth. We don't have to go to space to get fresh air. We don't have to go to space to get food for ourselves. Everything is in the earth. Similarly, different creatures, different animals, whatever is within their ability, their rizq, their provision, they're able to get it with that ability. They don't have to do something extra in order to get what they need. All of this, the creation around us, what does that show? The justice of Allah, the knowledge of Allah, the mercy of Allah, the greatness of Allah, the supremacy of Allah in every respect. So think about it. Allah, the one who is so just that He causes rain to fall down for us, we don't have to call the rain, right? He has created so many reflex actions within our bodies that we don't have to think every time we breathe. Think about it, the one who is so just, will He ever give a command that is not good? Will He ever tell us to do something that's not good for us? Not possible. Everything that Allah has commanded to us is in reality good for us. And everything that Allah has forbidden for us is in reality bad for us. So a believer, when he looks at the commands of Allah, he sees only good. Because he knows that Allah is the one who is most knowledgeable, most just. But someone other than the believer, what does he say? No, but if you wear hijab, you will suffer this and this problem. And if you eat only halal and you don't eat pork, then you will have this and this problem. If you don't consume riba, then you will have this and this problem. List of problems, list of the cons of doing that which Allah has commanded. And a list of pros of doing that which Allah has forbidden. So we see that a believer is right in his thinking, and someone other than the believer is twisted in his thinking. He doesn't think right. He's perverted in his thinking. So what is it that fixes our thinking? That puts things in perspective for us? Iman. Submission to Allah. A hypocrite does not have that advantage. You tell him, don't do fasad, he says, I'm doing good. He doesn't even see the evil of his actions. Ala innahum humul mufsidun walakin la yash'urun. They don't even get it. They don't even perceive. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَإِذَا قِيلَ لَهُمْ, and when it is said to them, Aminu, have iman. Aminu from the word iman. Believe how? Kama, just as amana nas, just as the rest of the people have believed. You should also believe as the rest of the people have believed. The word kama is a combination of ka and ma. And this letter ka, kaf. This kaf is known as kaf of tashbih, meaning it's used to show resemblance. So, believe just as the rest of the people have believed. Who does an-nas refer to? The rest of the people. It refers to the believers. Especially, in the context of these very verses, it refers to the companions of the Prophet ﷺ. Remember the background of these verses. When were they revealed? When the Prophet ﷺ migrated from Mecca to Medina, there were many people who embraced Islam just to gain the benefits of being a Muslim. They believed just to gain the benefits of being Muslim. So, an-nas refers to who? The true believers, the sincere believers. So the hypocrites, who on the surface claim to be believers, when they're told, believe as the people have believed. And remember, iman is not just about saying I'm a believer, but it's about doing something to show that you're a believer. So when they're told, Aminu kama amana an-nas, your iman should be the same as their iman. That just as they're praying, you are praying. Just as they're sacrificing in the way of Allah, you are also sacrificing. Qalu, they say, anu'minu, shall we believe, kama amana as-sufaha, like these foolish people have believed? You want us to believe as these foolish people have believed? So in other words, the hypocrites call the believers foolish. Kama amana as-sufaha. Sufaha is the plural of safih. And safih is from the root letter sin faha. Safaha is the masdar, the main word. the noun. Safaha is foolishness, stupidity. And literally the word safaha, it means to be light. What does it mean? To be light, to not have any weight. For example, it is said, تَسَفَّهَتِ الرِّيحُ الشَّجَرِ, that the wind caused the trees to bend, it caused the trees to sway back and forth. When can that happen to a tree? When that tree is not strong and firm. So when something is very light, light in weight, light in its firmness, light in its balance, then what happens? It is described as safih. Now a person who is not strong in his knowledge, not strong in his understanding, then who is he? Foolish. Isn't it so? Because he is easily convinced. For example, if there is a person who is very knowledgeable about, eating healthy, eating good stuff, no matter how much you convince them, just have a sip of Coke. Come on, just one sip. Will they have it? No matter how much you tell them, no matter how much you try to convince them, if they're firm that they're going to be eating healthy, they're not going to drink it. But if on the other hand, a person is shaky, that yeah, I know you're supposed to eat healthy, but doesn't matter. So if you tell him, have the soda, he won't mind. It's very easy to convince them. It's very easy to uproot them. Why? Because they are light. They're not firm. They're not strong. So who are sufaha? Foolish people. Who are sufaha? Those people who are very impressionable. People who get convinced very easily. People who are not firm in what they're doing. So anyone can make them do whatever they want. Foolish.
وَإِذَا قِيلَ لَهُمْ آمِنُوا كَمَا آمَنَ النَّاسُ قَالُوا أَنُؤْمِنُ كَمَا آمَنَ السُّفَهَاءُ أَلَا إِنَّهُمْ هُمُ السُّفَهَاءُ وَلَكِنْ لَا يَعْلَمُونَ